I still have to finish my AP Lit project, my AP Bio homework, and study for my history test. How am I supposed to get this all done by tomorrow?
Stress is universal.
Psychological stress due to the fact that we want our grades to be, somewhat strong.
Across the country, students are experiencing stress associated with school.
Most of the causes of my stress comes from sports and extracurricular activities, and then the majority of it is school.
Classwork.
School and grades like that.
I have tests a lot, and I'm not the best test taker.
Tests, finals.
The homework.
Well, I'm a bit of a procrastinator, so sometimes I'll wait too long on a big project and then I'll do it all at the last minute.
Students that involve themselves the most, that feel the most stress because they're taking on so much more.
There's so much we have to get done in a day, and it's sometimes hard to fulfill every single thing that we have to do.
If you're really, really involved, then you're trying to manage all of this time, you're trying to fit it all in, and it can be really stressful.
Being in show choir stresses me out just because I don't have enough time for things.
The fact that you guys are taking 6-7 courses a day, even if you had 20 minutes of homework in 6 courses, you're looking at an hour and a half to 2 hours of homework. Sometimes you have more than that in each and every course, and so you're adding those up.
We expect to be able to do more than is capable, but there's not enough time in the day. Whether it's extracurricular activities on top of work requirements, on top of academic requirements, on top of other demands.
I think that today's society in general, and I don't even mean just with high school students, we're just told that we have to be busy all the time. We constantly have to be doing things, and I think that we need to realize that we need a certain amount of downtime or we're just not going to function properly.
The thing that when a counselor gets involved, it's a stress level that is causing impairment with function. So like a teacher will say to us, hey, Johnny is asleep in class, not doing well with, focus and those concentration kinds of issues. And so we will intervene to try to determine what the root cause of the stress is.
Everyone experiences stress. Teenagers experience stress on a regular basis. They have work deadlines in terms of assignments. They're still developing their bodies physically. So all of that is very healthy. When it becomes unhealthy is when it really becomes a chemical imbalance and becomes more of an anxiety disorder. So that's stress gone too far. You can have sleep issues where you can't sleep at all.
Sleep patterns for sure are definitely affected by being stressed out. If you're stressed out and you're worried and you're feeling anxiety, that's going to affect not only your ability to fall asleep, but then the quality of sleep that you're having. If the quality of sleep is thrown off, then that continuously builds and affects you over time and produces all kinds of sleep debt, which then in turn is going to make you more stressed out.
If left untreated, excessive amounts of stress can be very destructive.
Stress is always present, but it's important to find ways to relieve it before it becomes overwhelming and destructive.
If I'm stressed out, I'd like to talk to other people about it, like my friends. I might see what they're doing and talk about what's stressing me out and to help me get through something.
I usually go on runs or take a really hot bubble bath or listen to calming indie music or jazz or something.
Usually I just kind of lay down and relax, watch videos on YouTube or draw.
I usually listen to music if I can. I'll sometimes play a computer game, a very simple, mind-numbing computer game.
What helps me if I'm really stressed out in a situation, I ask the teacher, and if there was more one-to-one conferences between the student and the teacher, I think that would really help the student out and stress. Like if a student doesn't know an assignment and is really mad about it and is stressing about it, and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna go home, they don't consult the teacher, then they're just gonna stay that stressed. But if you get some sort of help after school, or even with a friend, I think that would really help cut back on a lot of stress. And we do have things like that, after school in the IMC, we have study groups.
It's difficult to relieve it all together. But I think that making really informed decisions, number one, about the classes that you're taking. I don't think that students necessarily need to take on every advanced class.
The importance is getting good sleep, regular sleep habits, going to bed at the same time, good nutrition, and most importantly, exercise.
Stress will always be present, especially in school, but it's important to find strategies to cope with it.
Sometimes it's just admitting